Okay, today I'm going to talk about the exploring blockchain technology. So the topic or the header of this is called the future of digital transformation. So this is what I'm going to share for today. First things first, this is just a disclaimer slide. We don't provide financial advice. So just to make sure that whatever we're going to share is our opinion, and this is you have to make your own due diligence and research as well. This is important. Okay, so what I prepared this deck of slides and this presentation is actually solely for the CTech community. I know that this target audience is quite different from outside, where you have startups, entrepreneurs, and business leaders here in this group as well. So I've catered the presentation for you guys. So I really hope that you will take the time to listen and actually gain as much as possible from here. So just a little bit about me. I'm Zach David. I'm as mentioned by Chacha, I'm the CTO for MetaV, co-founder as well as a master trainer. We are actually a subsidiary of 8V Holdings, 8V or V in short, that's our brand name. We are a fin edutech company, financial edutech company with offices in Asia Pacific as well. So I really believe in digital transformation and financial education. I was previously in the ministry, in the civil service for about 16 years. I was championing cloud, AI, digital transformation in the ministry, in the Singapore government. So doing a lot of projects in the millions of dollars, and we are. I have also personally invested in disruptive innovations and blockchain projects since 2017. So I'm also holding this current academics masters, dual masters in Cranfield in UK, National University in Technology in NUS, as well as Information Systems Management in SMU. So this is just my academic background to give you a perspective of where I come from. Here with me also, I have Daphne from our Malaysia office. I am from the Singapore office. Daphne is the head of business development. She's also the director for a media and PR company as well. So this is where we are from. So if you have any questions after the session, you can actually approach me or Daphne as well. So we are here to support and answer your questions. So a little bit about my company, about the company that we are from. I'm from MetaV World Private Limited. So I already mentioned that we are a subsidiary of 8V, and our mission is really to empower the average man on the street to achieve sustainable wealth, and also to make investments in a smarter, faster, and easier manner. So I've already mentioned that we have 4 offices: Singapore, Malaysia, in China, Shanghai, as well as Taiwan. And we have been around since 2008. We have actually impacted more than 100,000 students' life around the world, and we have presence across 29 cities around the world. So this is where we come from. Just want to give you an understanding. So without further ado, I just jump straight into the presentation. Okay, our mission here is to actually help MetaV. We are here to actually help to bridge the world towards the future. I think that's really the topic today, right? The future of digital transformation. Where does the future hold? So we are like a bridge. We want to help people transit from the Web 2 space to the Web 3 space, and we do so through the means of education and using technology. So this is where we are from. So before I begin, right, I mean, of course, it's great that we are all here. I mean, I get to see that we are here physically, unlike the last few years where we, because of COVID and stuff, a lot of us, we cannot come in a physical event. So I really appreciate the time and the presence for you all to come down. I think it's very important because when you're here present, you get to learn more, you get to understand, and you can actually that kind of interaction. So I've also brought some books down. I think very suited for the business audience is this Gary V book. Okay, so if you know Gary V, he's actually he's very big in the blockchain, or I'll say the NFT space, where he has his own community called the V Friends. And he actually wrote a book, and on his book he says that 12 and a half, where he says that there are 12 and a half traits of what a business owner in today's age needs to have in order to succeed in whether you're running a business or startups or so. So I've brought 8 books here. So along the way, as I ask you questions, if you participate and you answer the question rightly, I mean, the questions are not very difficult, but I want to encourage participation, then I will also pass you a book. Okay, this is just for a thank you for being present here and also participating. Because I believe that if you participate, you actually will gain more from the session. Not more from the book, but more from the session. So yeah, feel free to participate just as an informal setting and just to enjoy the session. So without further ado, the first question. Okay, who led the digital transformation of the company or over the last few times? So the A is the CEO, B, the CTO, and C, COVID-19. Okay. Yeah. COVID-19. Okay, perfect. You can come forward. I'll pass you the book. So thank you very much. Great for your support. Yeah. So yeah, very right. Actually, so this is actually I think it's non-trivial. We all know that last 2.5 years it was difficult times. The world went into lockdown. Singapore went into lockdown. Malaysia went into lockdown. A lot of us are affected. But this is really one of the true catalysts of change. A lot of times we say that we have a lot of good technologies out there like blockchain, like e-commerce, technology and stuff. But and even digitization or even sort of digital currencies or even e-wallets, right? But before COVID, right, governments, companies, and CTOs were trying to drive all this effort. But people is like, no, I'm too used to my status quo. I like to use the money in my wallet. I just want to attend physical classes and stuff. But what really changed was COVID-19. That was the catalyst of change. So in the same context, what I'm sharing with you is that actually, I believe that blockchain will eventually move into mass adoption. I truly believe that. We just need the right catalyst for change, whether is it what the world is actually going to a mass distrust, or whether is it the centralization moving towards decentralization. You just need the catalyst. And you see around the world, many things are happening around the world, just like in real current affairs, like how Sri Lanka is going to the whole country is going bankrupt. Their essential services and infrastructure is going down as well. So when you have a centralized government or country that it's going to shambles because of the politics or whatnot, then this is possibly in that country one catalyst for change towards decentralization and blockchain. This is just to give you an example of why I think we just need the right ingredients for change to happen. That's number one. Okay, so as I mentioned already, digital and crypto transaction is going to change the world. You do see that we are more moving towards e-wallet now. I make my payments when I go. I order my food on Grab. I just took my transport from my hotel down here using Grab. So it's all part and parcel of our life today. So this is a really good book that I want to share with you. The whole idea is the book is called "The Future is Faster Than You Think." And the essence of the book is actually saying that technology is accelerating more quickly than ever before. And it's actually exponential. And all these technologies, whether is it called this convergence of technology trends like AI, artificial intelligence, robotics, VR, virtual reality, digital biology, sensors, 3D printing, and even blockchain, which is the topic that we are speaking today. When you have all these technology trends all converging, and then the time taken, because it's really exponential now. Perhaps in the past, it takes like 5 years or 10 years for things to change, right? But today, in today's day and age, where there's social media and technology, the rate of change actually goes up very, very fast. So that's something that we need to take note, that actually the future is faster than you think. You think that it might be like 10 years down the road, but mind you, this could actually happen in the next 3 years or 5 years or even in a short period of time. So that's something that to take note of. So the next question I'm going to ask, so for participants who want to win a book, is where do you think we are right now when it comes to blockchain adoption? So there are three possible answers. Number one, A, early stage, B, peak stage, or C, the late stage. So if this is the early, the green one is the early, you have the peak, and then you have the late stage. Any questions? Okay, I saw your hands first, you can go ahead. Early stage. Yes, we are in the early stage. Yeah, please come down and get your book. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Wow, I'll tell you, this group of students here are really good at really answering good, questions. Very good, very good.
How about online audience? I know I'm going to ask this, but a lot of them are still answering. But they're asking, could it be possible also to get, you see the comments coming in, yeah?
Yes. Don't worry for my for our online audience. At the end of today's session, I'm going to give you a free gift as well. So, yeah, no worries. Everybody will get to actually benefit from it as well. So just wait up for the last part. Okay, so the next part, the key thing is with change comes opportunity. Okay, the thing is that, with change, there's always two different perspectives to see it. Either we say that, this is outside our comfort zone. We don't want to change. I'm too used with my status quo. And of course, the other group of people who are leaders, entrepreneurs, and change makers, they will say that, this is a change. This is something different. If I learn and educate myself in this change and then I take advantage of this change, then you become the new leaders for the future. That is something that change always happens if you actually see change in a positive light. So that's something we want to do. So let me share a little bit of what are the blockchain opportunities in the space. So on the top, as you can see here, we have companies that are doing mining, individuals actually do mining, like what Dr. Riza already mentioned. Some people actually very enterprising. They set up their own mining rig, and they are actually borrowing electricity from the, whether is it the stores or shops or government and what. So that's one. Mining rig is one. Another mining farm is companies that become more organized. They set up a company, they set up a data center, then they do a large-scale mining kind of operation. And then, of course, the mining pool. Then, of course, manufacturers that produce like chips, ASICs chips or graphics cards to power the mining capabilities. And, of course, exchange and decentralized exchanges. Okay, most of these, why I say opportunities are pretty much out of reach for the average people like you and me, right? So unless you can do the individual mining rig, but if you are not borrowing electricity, you're probably gonna lose money because electricity costs a lot. And with the price of Bitcoin currently now about 20K, you probably wouldn't cover your electricity costs, your heating costs and cooling costs. So you won't pass break even. Maybe after $30,000, depending on how much your operating cost is, you might break even and make money from there. But as an individual, you don't have this economy of skills, you don't have the latest chips, you don't have the best cooling system, whether it's at liquid cooling now. Now the latest technology in mining is called liquid cooling, where they can actually reduce the temperature drastically at a low cost. However, for individuals like you and me, there are opportunities for us to participate. For example, project incubators like launchpads. There are launchpads where the new projects in the fintech as well as the blockchain space, they'll launch, and then we as individuals can participate in a decentralized manner as a sort of an early investor or pre-IPO kind of investor. Media, investment fund, wallet like your MetaMask wallet community, as well as metaverse related. For example, virtual space, NFTs, and GameFi. So I'll touch a bit about that. So these are all the different opportunities. I think I'm not going to cover this slide or this video about what is blockchain, because I think Dr. Riza did a very fantastic job of explaining the basics and the understanding of blockchain. So I will just skip this. So thank you, Dr. Riza, for that. He also actually talked about what's a centralized bank, as well as a decentralized example of how blockchain moves towards the blockchain. So I'll skip this as well. So let me describe a little bit more about another term that you have here is called the Web 1.0, Web 1.2 and 2.3.0, right? So what's the essential differences in all of them? Web 1.0 is actually essentially read-only content where, for example, your newspaper, your digital newspaper, this you can only read, you can't change, you can't make any additions and stuff. Whereas Web 2 is talking about you are able to read and write content. So for example, how many of you are users of Facebook and Instagram? Do you all use Facebook and Instagram? I see a lot of hands. So actually, pretty much most people today use Facebook and Instagram, right? Can you imagine in the past, most people don't, but in today's day and age, everybody would have already a social media account where you can post and write content. And technically speaking, you don't really control the content because the companies like Facebook and Instagram, these Web 2 companies, they own your data, right? You give them the rights to advertise and earn advertising revenue from Facebook ads and stuff, and they keep the revenue and they don't give it back to you. Whereas in the Web 3 space, it's different because you get to read, write, and you get to own your own data as well. You get to own a share of the profits as well because blockchain enables that. So that's essentially the difference between Web 1, 2, and 3. And you get paid for it as well. So that's new opportunities moving forward in the Web3 space for individuals like you and me. Okay, so let me quickly just go through about the evolution of blockchain. So essentially, I think Dr. Riza also covered this already, but essentially the term of the birth and evolution of blockchain actually came from, for example, the founder, Melanie Swan. She actually coined the term blockchain 1.0, 2, and 3, which I already explained the different examples. And 1.0 essentially is essentially Bitcoin, where it's based on the distributed ledger, and what Dr. Riza already mentioned, Satoshi Nakamoto actually created this paper. So I will not go into the description, but the whole idea is that this was a beginning of the application of programmable money, because in the past, money is just like a fiat currency, right? You can't put in any code, you can't have any smart contracts or any logic in it. So with Bitcoin, now you can do that. Number two, blockchain 2.0 is actually blockchain beyond Bitcoin. That was a good first use case of digital currency. And then now what you have is with Ethereum, that was created by this talented programmer in 2014 called Vitalik Buterin. He actually released the Ethereum white paper. That was in 2014. Can you imagine? That's like not very long ago. It's like 8 years ago, and now Ethereum is really big, where he started with this whole beginning of programmable contract applications, where it's all in code. Basically, the code is you can actually code in rules and logics, and the contracts can be executed automatically without any control of party, as well as decentralized consensus, and transactions also has improved as compared to the Bitcoin. So that is currently where we are, and what Dr. Riza has already mentioned. Ethereum is also moving now from the proof of work towards a proof of stake, and that's possibly in September. There are some dates that was mentioned by the members as well, and that's really a fundamental change. And if you think about it, this technology, or at least this blockchain, was only around since 2014, and yet a lot of changes is ongoing as well. So this is really a very promising space to look at. Blockchain 3.0, where does the future hold? So actually, when we have the ecosystem up, then there is, like what Dr. Riza mentioned, a lot of when blockchain goes to mainstream, when government starts to use blockchain technology in their own different industries, whether is it communications or even companies like entrepreneurs like you and us are moving into the different space, in the business space, where communications, Internet of Things, even charity, philanthropy, education, medical, financial services, and IP. That would really change and create new domains and communities. No longer the communities are localized based on a specific country, but it can be global, and and people can have a right to vote. For example, in a DAO, like a DAO community called the Decentralized Autonomous Organization, where every person like you and me can become a voter, and your vote actually can make a difference in terms of deciding what you want to make in terms of the changes with the future of this blockchain. So that's something that's really very interesting. And moving forward, I think there's a lot of opportunities moving forward if the catalyst is right, the right ingredients there, and people like you and I, we step up and drive the new innovation in the space. So to keep it simple, so I'll just give you another question in terms of missing word, another opportunity to get the free book. Okay, so I have some missing words here. So there are a few examples of programmable contract applications. There is DeFi, GameFi, NFTs, and Metaverse. So let's start with DeFi first. So what is the missing word? Do you think it's here? Something and earn. Okay, for DeFi. Anybody know what's the missing word here? Something and earn. Anybody? So DeFi is called decentralized finance. So you must have an action to earn money. So what do you think for finance? Yeah, I get your last question. Buy? Almost there. Anybody else? Okay, trading. Okay, close. There's another word called, it starts with an S. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, sell. Oh, close. Not that. Yeah, go ahead. Stake. Okay, perfect. The word we are looking for is stake and earn. But very close, very good. Good job. So I'll pass you the book as well. So stake and earn, that's right. So in the term, but good effort for the rest as well. Stake and earn is actually what we call decentralized finance. For example, you stake, let's say we have cryptocurrency, right? You stake your Ethereum or your Bitcoin, right? Then you actually stake and earn. That is how I... Okay, the next one is GameFi. Okay, when you think about game, what do you think about it? Yes, correct. Game, play to earn. Good job. Okay, and then NFT. What and earn for NFT? Yeah, go ahead. Say again. Yes, correct. The word is create. That's the word they're looking for. Thank you very much. Awesome. Good job. Well done. Okay, last but not least, I think this is more challenging. Just to try. See everybody? There are a few words here. Anybody? So metaverse space. There's something and earn. Say again? Sure. Okay, I think this is quite difficult. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, very close. Come forward. I'll pass you a book. So it's called Create, Buy, and Show Off and Earn. Good try. Really, very good. I really appreciate your participation. Very awesome. Yeah, so metaverse space is also to call create, where you can get to create your digital assets. You can buy other digital assets on the metaverse space, and you get to show off. I think this is something that a lot of people don't understand. Why is people buying NFTs? Why is people buying digital assets? Why are they showing their digital profile on their Instagram or on their on their Twitter accounts and stuff? Okay, one reason is actually about people want to show off basically. I say that I got a Bored Ape Yacht Club. Together, I have access to the celebrities. I say, look at my ape. It's very cool, right? So maybe our generation don't really understand, but, it's about exclusivity, about access and, to the people in the club. So that's one reason why the terms in terms of where the different categories are moving forward. So the next few slides, I'm going to focus on NFTs and Metaverse. And like I said, we're here to be a bridge. I will be a bridge between Dr. Riza and also to Terence, my next speaker. He's going to talk a little bit more about NFTs. So I will also touch a little bit on Metaverse and NFTs so that we can transit nicely. Okay, so there are 3 layers of the Metaverse. Number 1 is actually the virtual world, which is virtual worlds in general where people can actually meet for business or enjoyment. For example, Horizons worlds in Meta or Facebook previously. And NFTs is called non-fungible tokens. I won't go into detail, but essentially it's how do we leverage on these digital assets called NFTs to create a blockchain-based kind of a metaverse startups. So I'll explain that subsequently. And then another layer of the metaverse, which is actually quite important, is the cryptocurrency layer. When people can buy virtual lands and sell their own digital assets on the different platforms, for example, Decentraland and Sandbox, which is, when you see Mana and Sand, right, it's actually the cryptocurrency native coin that's on the blockchain to actually enable the whole metaverse. Why is that so? And what can you do on the metaverse? People can actually buy or trade their virtual assets on the blockchain-based platforms. They have to use cryptocurrency because, for example, using all this cryptocurrency to buy and sell. And then what they can do is they can trade their artworks, their digital artworks, and they can, utilities. One thing that businesses can do is actually provide utility. For example, to say that if you want to attend a concert, a virtual show, right, you need to own this NFT. Just like Gary Vee, when he created VFriends, to say that I have a yearly annual conference, which is very popular, and the only way to get access to my physical annual conference is to own the NFT. That is like a ticket, like a membership ticket to the concert. If you don't have the NFT, you cannot have access. So that's one utility that, what companies can do and individuals can do. And then, of course, today, I think a lot of our kids, I have 3 kids, okay? I got 5 years old, 4 years old, and 2 years old, 2 boys and one daughter as well. So I know I have friends and peers who have kids like 10, 12, 11 years old. They're already playing games like Roblox. I mean, a lot of us might be thinking, are you sure Metaverse is here? But you just look at your kids, what are they doing? They're playing games, and they're playing games like Roblox and stuff. And this is essentially, they're already used to Metaverse. So maybe you're saying that maybe I'm too old, I don't really need to know about the Metaverse, but think about it. Your kids are moving into this space. Do you want to understand their life? Do you want to understand where is the future? So I think that's something that we need to take note to educate ourselves as well. So that's one thing. So as I mentioned, change brings opportunity. And just one short video from Gary Vee to explain to you why businesses actually need NFTs in this space.
NFT? Why do you need to use this kind of technology in order to do what people are already doing for customers already?
That was literally the question that people ask me about the internet. Why would you need to buy wine on a computer? I can go to the store. When you do an NFT, you can put things into the contract. So Lou's Pizza Shop can issue NFTs and make 1,000 tokens, right? The regular pizza pictures just give you a 10% discount. The gold one gives you unlimited free pizza. After 6 months, if they've had enough pizza or they move, can sell it on the blockchain. Lou gets a royalty on that transaction because you could put royalty contracts under these NFTs. It keeps making financial on the back end of the royalty. So for every small business, every personality, every intellectual property, the token is also a marketing collateral. The way everybody in business needs a social media account to be relevant in 2021 is the same way in 2025 everyone's going to need a NFT strategy.
So you heard that from Gary Vee himself. He was saying that back in 2021, when everybody needs a social media account, an e-commerce account or whatnot to survive and do well, in 2025, by 2025, that's his prediction, that everybody will need, or companies and businesses need an NFT strategy moving forward, because that is the new brands of the future. Luxury brands are all moving into the NFT space. So you just read the newspaper, you can actually find out about that. So around the world, so more and more businesses are actually accepting cryptocurrency, just like Visa, Master, they're also moving towards providing cryptocurrency tag to their MasterCard or their Visa card, where people can actually spend cryptocurrency directly at any of the merchants supported by them, their network. Also, in the Malaysia context, we have singers like Nimri. I think you all know Nimri, right? He's a popular singer from Web TV Asia, and he actually sold like his collection of NFTs, making about 355,000 USD worth of funds. So that's one. And even in Malaysia, we have this restaurant called Ed Butcher and Sticks. He provide a loyalty program where, you know, every time you visit and you dine there, they will drop a free NFTs at random into your MetaMask wallet. And if you actually match out the different sequence, you get a free meal and stuff. This is how, you know, businesses today in Malaysia are already using NFTs or even digital assets to and blockchain to actually use in their business. Another company called, this case, OVR Estate, they actually tokenize their property, their hard assets, their hard property, where, you know, they have flats in Johor condominium called the Astaga, and then basically the units will turn into 1,000 editions of NFTs, and then basically NFT holders will be able to become like investors of a unit, and they are guaranteed a 1% stake of the rental fee for 12 months. This is just one utility that, you know, enterprising business owners like yourself and myself can actually use. But of course, I have to give a disclaimer, right, about the legality, right? There's always another side of the coin where, you know, is this approved by the government? Okay, of course they say that, you know, this is decentralized, right? So actually that no government or central organization has control. But always do your own due diligence. Make sure you comply with regulations, and of course make sure that but you know, a lot of times when you're in a fast moving space and, you know, there's no general regulation there, then of course